All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to System Test 20. And this is going to be a big change in the system because I just got my systems back up and running. So before we get on with the system, I got a few announcements to make. I will make more system tests since I got my panel fixed and everything like that. I put a new power board in because the old power board that I had in the panel that came along with this panel once I bought it last year, the power board was making the panel short out because the power board was fried, so I wanted to get that replaced. And good thing I got that board replaced because it was making my panel short out, and good thing it didn't damage the motherboard, the main circuit board, and the relay board. So everything is all good. No more AC fault troubles and no more charger fault troubles. And it was causing the charger to malfunction too, so the batteries weren't charging. So now they're charging. I gave this a couple of days and everything is working just fine, and everything is all good and ready to go. And the time and date is correct. As you can see, the time and date is correct. And I have a few changes before. This is the board that I pulled out of the main control panel, so this board is going in the trash because don't trust this thing, guys, because this thing is going in the trash because it is fried. This thing is pretty much fried, so let's just bear with the system. And look over to the right. That's right. I have another panel. And it's also tied in with the main panel. So the ancient release control system has a little upgrade. So now I have a sub panel along with the main panel. So I have a sub panel. So this is not hooked into the auxiliary. It doesn't require auxiliary outputs, so it requires NAC outputs. So how I got this working, I have NAC 3. Well, I haven't have the panel open right now, but I have NAC 3 tied in with this panel on one of the NAC inputs. So let's open it up and see what is inside. And before I do, the type of panel this is, it's a Potter, the symbol of protection. So it's a PSN-64 power supply NAC extender booster panel. And here is the inside of it. You got the power board, you got the power coming in, going to the, and I also upgraded the wiring as well. So I got a surge protector to plug my panels in now. And I also upgraded the cord, so I'm no longer using that old cord in my main panel anymore. So I have a well-insulated wire, so I have NAC 3 from my main panel going into NAC input. And I have an alarm connected to one of the NAC outputs. So NAC 1, NAC 2, NAC 3, NAC 4. So I got 4 NACs. And if you're noticing these yellow lights flashing, those are NAC troubles because I don't have any end-of-line resistors. I have to pick up some. I got to get some 4.7 ohm resistors for the NACs on the booster panel. And it also has batteries, and it also came with some extra stuff and resistors, but for some reason those resistors don't work. And I also got some wire nuts. So this is pretty much almost like the booster panel that I got from the hospital, the booster board, but that doesn't work because the engineering told me it doesn't work anymore, so it just stopped working. But it's just like that. So how's this for an upgrade, guys? I have a sub panel, which is the NAC extender booster panel, and I'm not understanding that aux light. It's right there. You can see the yellow LEDs. Like, and these 4 are flashing. You got power, low battery trouble, ground fault, and the confirm. And you can see both of the confirm lights are flashing, which means the boards are communicating with each other very well and connected. So, and you also got the dip switches for each NAC, so you can program each NAC separately. So this panel is also good at syncing up system sensor, Gentex, Potter, also Potter alarms and wheel-lock devices, and more. So I have synchronizations built inside this thing. So a big thank you to my friend David for giving me an extra panel that I can tie in with the main panel, which is very, very nice of him since he's moving away. And he also gave me more pull stations, more smoke detectors, and more notification devices right here. You can see, here's a little sneak peek, more notification devices. And I also got some new devices on the shelf. So there you guys go, more new devices. Okay, and when the main panel goes into an alarm, this panel will trip as well. So these panels are tied together, so I had to figure out how to do it. I did it by myself, and it's all ready to go. So I tied the booster panel along with the main panel. So that wire right there is coming in from NAC 3 from the main panel, which I'll show you in just a minute as soon as I close this panel up. Let's get one more look. Now let's lock it. There we go. And the yellow trouble LEDs will blink solid when the panel goes into an alarm, which I'll show in another separate video because I have loud devices on the system right now and I don't want the alarms to go for too long because it's almost pretty late out and I don't want to disturb the neighbors. So anyways, after we're done looking at all the stuff on the system, we'll get started with the test. So the system has some upgrades. I also saved the cable from the old power supply and the jumpers as well. I have it stored right there. Not the best place to put it, but still. Also fixed up that ground wire, taped it with duct tape. I should have used electrical tape, but oh well. And I have well insulated wiring, so you can see the white, green, and the black, hot, neutral, and ground. So everything is all insulated pretty much. Insulated wires, so nobody accidentally shocked themselves. Well insulated. Electricity is kept inside, so new power supply board, so we're all ready to go. And here's NAC 3. So NAC 3 is tied in with the booster panel, so this panel will trip once the main, so the sub panel will trip once the system goes into an alarm when you activate one of the zones. So this panel doesn't have any zones. It only has 4 NAC outputs, but this panel has 6 zones and 4 NAC outputs, so I have 4 NACs. I have 8 NACs on the system now, pretty much. Actually, I pretty much have 7 NACs because one of them is being used for the booster panel, so want to just throw that in the video. So hopefully you guys will like this upgrade, and this is going to be a big System Test 20. Let's close up the panel. Okay, let's get started at looking at these devices, shall we? On Zone 1, we have an Edwards EST270 SPO. It's not an ASPO, it's an SPO because it's got the screw terminals. And it's very similar to this one that has pigtails. This is my first Edwards pull station. But this one has screw terminals, so this one was a lot easier to install on my system, and this is one of the pull stations that David gave me. It's very typical. Pretty neat pull station to use. So that's for Zone 1. And for Zone 2, we have a system sensor 2400 photoelectric smoke detector. And I'm very surprised that this smoke detector is compatible for this panel, because this is one of the smoke detectors that David gave me. So I'm very happy about that. And I also got some more i3s, which are the newer versions, like these. I have 4 of these now. I have 4 of them. I have 2 older i3s that came along with this panel once I bought it, which was very nice of the seller. Well, I'm not throwing the seller under the bus for a burnt power supply board, but he probably didn't know, so it's best not to throw him under the bus. But I do appreciate him giving everything that to me that he came with this panel, pretty much every piece. So, and you could see the red LED light flashing. That means the detector is communicating with the panel. So how the photoelectric smoke detector is wired, you got the positive and negative from the zone, and you have one wire, which is the normally open, connected. So only the orange wire from the normally open is connected. The common is not. So this is a 3-wire detector pretty much. So, well, it's still a 2-wire because it's positive and negative. And we have on zone, on NAC, on the NAC, we have this is a request, guys. So some people requested me to do these devices. These are separated pretty much. So we have my EST Genesis G1RF. No, these 2 Genesises are rebranded by Siemens, and I put the mounting plate on them. This is my G1R HOV30 with a 30 candela strobe, which is fixed, and it's a older version of the Genesis. You can see it's got a 30 HS right there. And the alarm that's hooked up to the booster panel is this guy. We have my G1R V15, which is a strobe-only version. Sorry, that wire's in the way. And what else do we have on the system? We have my Edwards Integrity horn strobe. We have my Edwards Integrity horn strobe. My EST 757A-T. No, sorry, I forget the model number sometimes, but EST 757-7A-T. There we go. And over here we have my other Edwards Integrity chime strobe hooked up on the system, and it's the one with the mounting plate. And this one's a little bit higher pitched. So we have my EST 757-5A-CS. So there we go. Let's get some hearing protection on, and we'll set the system off. But I'm not going to have the alarms going for way too long, so let's pause the camera and we'll put on hearing protection. Okay, hearing protection is on, so let's get started with the system. Are you guys ready? In 3, 2, 1. Sorry guys, I had technical difficulties, so let's give this another try. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Man, that was a big success. So that was pretty cool. Now I'm gonna lean the camera up against, and well, my camera's running out of time, so I gotta reset the pole station real quick and activate the smoke detector, and then we'll go here on out, and I'm gonna let the alarms go for another 10 seconds. There we go. Flip the switch down. Same mechanism as the other pole station, but alright. Now, let's reset the system. Okay, now let's activate Zone 2 with Test Spray. Smoke in a can. Alright, ready? Let's give it a good shake. Shake, shake, shake. Give it a little spray. And now we wait. There it goes. Alright, that's enough of that, so there you guys go. Everything is all, and I know there may be no description. I know Zone 1 was no smoking area. I mean, no fire alarm test area, and Zone 2 was no smoking area. I don't know why. I guess that was saved in an old memory thing, I believe, but first things first, I gotta blow on the detector to get the smoke particles out of there. Or you can unscrew it from the base and hold it up to your mouth and blow on it. So, well, it's kind of hard to take it off its base with one hand, and the detector will tip over on the base if I try. So, not gonna do that. So, all right. Let's see if the system will reset. And we'll go here on out. Let's see if it goes back into an alarm. Nope. I guess the system's all normal now. So, everything's all good and ready to go. So, you have to give the detector a good blow, otherwise it'll go back into an alarm. Alright, guys. System test 20 was a big success. And I'm glad I gave you guys something new, and hopefully that'll bring the future to you. Especially that booster panel and can of smoke to test my smoke detectors. But one thing is, don't use test spray way too much, otherwise you'll ruin the housing in the inside of the detection chamber. Okay, hopefully everybody stays safe. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and please stay safe. Have a good day.